Hello, everyone. We continue with BioShock tonight. First chunk of it was quite a bit of fun, very atmospheric and all the tension that it's kind of known for. Right here at the top of the stream rather, something to take a quick note on. New setup. Obviously, the stream looks a little different. I received a very, very sweet gift from my sister-in-law. And we have a green screen now so that I can chroma key things up and look a little bit better. Zelly, Nisha, Afterlife, Julie, hi everybody. Thanks for being here. We're going to continue in. We had just made it to Neptune's Bounty to meet up with Peach, who was going to let us in. We've got to try and get to the submarine where Atlas's family has been sequestered. That's where Atlas is the guy who's been on the radio with us, kind of keeping us at least somewhat informed about what the hell's going on. So let's get back into Rapture. I think my resolution got goofed. Hang on one second. This is some of that concern about the remaster edition, is that it just kind of breaks itself in between playthroughs sometimes. There's like a weird setup where some stuff just doesn't save properly. I don't entirely know what does it. Let me remind myself of what we have. So we're not gonna get rid of our electricity or our firepower. I might swap out telekinesis. What can I swap this for? Hypnotize Big Daddy, which seems really spotty. Oh, and then security bullseye. Well, security bullseye would let us turn turrets back against enemies, but I think actually the telekinesis is helpful to make sure we're not getting rocketed at. So Peach had told us if we wanted to come in any further into his little domain here, we had to give up our weapons. So we're gonna have to send our weapons through the pneumo here. So our wrench we were allowed to keep. And our plasmids, right? Yeah, you can't take the plasmids away. They're part of our DNA now. Ooh, I didn't expect that nice little environmental overlay. Peach. Peach. Oh, I don't like this at all.
Now, I bet when your boss wiggled out of hell, he done told the devil he'd be right back. And the devil says, "Sure thing, Mr. Fontaine. I'll hold you a spot." Ryan promised Fontaine was dust, and now here you are doing his dirty. I guess that makes Ryan a bum, and you a...
Whoa, good God. All right. Oh, we don't have...
He was ours! Ours!
What is going on? What the hell? All right. I just tried to sprint because I forgot how the controls worked. Get him. Yo, Peach does not mess her. What? He's got like ninja smoke bombs. I'm just gonna face tank him. Whatever. Where'd he go? Let's get this guy out of here, I guess. Oh yeah, I got a gun now. What up? Oh, he all healed up? What splicer healed him? Oh, I'm out of juice. Oh boy, this is not ideal, if I'm honest. We gotta get to this bot shutdown. Okay. Bot shutdown is great. Let's see if we can go oof and hack this bot. Hey, Cardi. I am gonna turn my back to Peaches because the game fortunately lets me stop time while I'm hacking, which is, you know, polite if nothing else. We need to, oh no, I'm going from the wrong direction. I'm not paying attention. All right, down, over, down. Can I get one more vertical piece, please? Thank you. All right, let's put this hacker bot to work. He immediately freaking dive bombs the bot. What a jerk. I think we're gonna die. I am out of first aid kits. I'm out of plasmids. All right, we gotta just tuck in. No, there it is. All right, that's okay. It had there was like a pop-up there that said something about our target being healed by a splicer, but I didn't read it fast enough to really understand what was going on. So yeah, we're right outside. Do I still have my pistol? I wonder. Was there a vending machine or anything I could get to over here? No, they've closed me out. Okay. I was gonna say, maybe I can just go buy enough from the vending machine. I think there's one right inside the door. Did you try to hit him with your wrench? Yeah, Zelly, we definitely tried to hit him with a wrench a couple of times. It had varying levels of success. So they're gonna let me go shopping without bothering me, which, again, you know, there's a lot of social niceties have kind of been lost on the city of Rapture. But I do appreciate the fact that they still will just let a man peruse wares in peace. The same cannot be said for some other cities. All right, we have hacks. Let's go in and buy. I am gonna buy some first aid kits. Give me some Eve hypos. That should be good. All right. Okay.
The submarine bay was only used by smugglers and thieves. More than likely the entrance will be hidden. Better to keep the coppers off the set.
Set a guy on fire. I'd like to get, where'd he go? I was gonna say, I'd like to get a couple of licks in and maybe get some bullets here. I really need to shut this camera up too. All right, use the camera. And then now we can get a bot friend. Just really kind of hectic. They've, you know, I think a lot of the combats in the game have really been kind of like combat arena style, and by that I mean like they just kind of throw you into an area with a bunch of guys and you have to slug your way through. That's not super uncommon for this kind of a game, but man alive, this one for whatever reason just did not sit with me. Swap, swap, good. All right, we got our robo friends. Where did he go? Couple of rounds. I think he disappeared into another room. So apparently that's not supposed to be like your only showdown. I gotta tell you, I'm pretty pissed off that Peach like forced us to run around and take all his little photos and then would turn around and immediately pull the bamboozle. Kind of a rude boy. God, it's gotta be freezing in here. Are you coming, bud? Man, my robo bro is an idiot. That's all right. Oh, there he goes. Okay. He just goes peeling past me and dinks right into the freaking wall. What a genius. All right. This is just a freezer. I thought this was going to be where our friend was. All right. Let me melt all this.
Oh, listen to me. You think you can get me?
Just more freezer space. Oh, this finally opened. Oh, do I get my weapons now? Oh, thank freaking goodness. Wait. Oh, they goofed up. My wrench isn't number 1 anymore. Well, my wrench is still number 1 in my eyes. Weapon upgrade station. Oh, hell yeah. All right, so. Oh, this is beautiful. So we only get 1 upgrade. So what is the upgrade? So not grenade launcher. We can skip grenade launcher entirely, I think. Pistol clip size. An auto-loading clip effectively quadruples the clip size of the pistol, which is nice, but I feel like I would tear through ammo. The pistol, we've kind of had opportunities, or rather, we've had situations where we run out of ammo and have to go find more. Extra damage from the pistol isn't terrible. Machine gun damage increase. I kind of feel like the machine gun kickback reduction is a big one, right? Like we've used the machine gun a couple of times with the armor piercing bullets to help us like nuke down a big daddy so we can liberate a little sister. And controlling the recoil on it, I am by no means an FPS pro, so I think the machine gun kickback reduction is the winner. Oh hell yeah, and it even tricks out our weapon model with a little upgrade. Man, that's rad. That is one of my big favorites of kind of like game and character customizations. Is I love it when you get new weapons in a game and it actually is like represented on your character. I absolutely love it. To the point that like I'm spoiled enough by it that if I'm in a game that doesn't actually visibly show you what your character looks like after an upgrade, I get disappointed, which is perhaps not fair. All right, so it clearly wants us to go in the other direction.
You can't win. Fontaine will find you. Hey, fuck Fontaine. You don't fuck Fontaine. Fontaine fucks you.
I'd really like to get a little more Fontaine info. Like all we've really heard of at this point is that Fontaine's kind of a dude to be feared. And that he's running like this smuggler's ring. But I don't really know that they've told me anything of like legitimate consequence. This doesn't feel like it's side area anymore. Feels like maybe I am progressing when I don't mean to. Alright. We got a bad guy in here. Oh boy. We good here? We're good here. I would love it if you guys would give me some plasmid type generators. Afterlife, are you seeing ghosts? Yeah, we've seen them a couple of times, and remember I was really confused the first couple times because I don't know, like, okay, sure, we're underwater in this crazy city, we survived the plane crash, and we've started getting these crazy plasmid powers, but I don't remember anything that would lead to believe that we uniquely see ghosts. It might just be a story methodology, but it might have a reasoning too.
And double. He squeezing us out of 80 points of our cut with the threat of turning us into Ryan if we don't play ball. Son of a bitch. Sammy G comes and tells me he's thinking of going to the constable. And the next day, Sammy G was found in a sack in a salt block. We got no choice here. We stay on Fontaine's crew and we're gonna catch the gallows. We take the powder. We end up like Sammy G. Oh, there's gotta be another way.
So Fontaine is under suspicion for his crimes, and obviously in the kind of extremely well maintained and kind of meticulously curated culture of Rapture, his nefariousness and his ne'er-do-well attitude are not tolerated. But he has kind of amassed enough power that it looks like the people who are working for him are now stuck to where they've already betrayed Rapture.
You got it. Should be smooth sailing from here. I'll meet you up ahead.
Smooth sailing from here is not a thing that I'm super relying on, if I'm honest, Atlas. Oh, all right. Well, maybe not. That was a straight up level transition. It was pretty smooth sailing. Taking research photos can give you permanent damage bonuses, unique gene tonics, and I missed the rest because I was hydrating. I do need to keep remembering to snap photos because some of the stuff that we're earning from it is pretty legit. What the fuck?
I'm right outside the submarine bay, but I can't get in. I'll need you for that. My family can't be more than 100 yards away.
All right, Atlas, you're like, I get it. You're eager. Your plan is coming to fruition. But like, my dude, you gotta let me go at my pace here, dog. Do we have anything other than the smuggler one? Because I feel like that smuggler is really not doing much for us. We don't have anything else to put in it. All right, well, that's fine. When we do get something else to put in it, we'll have to take advantage of it and swap it. Because like it was the same loot both times. I don't really know the benefit of what that smuggler is doing for me. Oh, what? What do you mean that didn't shock it? That was preposterous. Ridiculous. Oh, at least we eat a bunch of potato chips. Let's see. Meeting with Fontaine.
We all come down here. Figured we all be part of Ryan's great chain. Turns out Ryan's chain is made of gold, and ours are the sort with the big iron ball around your ankle. He's up in Fort Frolic banging fashion models. We're down in this dump yanking guts out of fish. Fontaine's promising something better. He's like one of us, you know? Like he's worked a day in his life. He says meet him at his fish packing joint at 11. I'll go, bring a couple of guys. Hey, it's not like things could get a lot worse.
So Peach, it sounded like that one was, you know, further back timeline-wise. That maybe was before he officially worked for Fontaine. But it sounds like Peach kind of was sold a kind of a crummy deal coming to Rapture, which I get, right? Like the whole premise is that everyone here kind of does their part and lives a life kind of their own design. But like, man, that kind of sucks when your part is that you're down here in this frigid cavern gutting fish and someone else is like, you know, a secretary at the upscale kind of like visitors center.
Hit the switch up there in the control booth and let me in. I think it's time to shake hands and get acquainted.
I agree, Atlas friend.
You've had your fun, but enough is enough. If you press that button, you'll learn what it means to truly be my enemy.
How? I wish I knew, like, are there cameras that I don't know about? All right, so Atlas and Ryan, obviously different motivations here. But I mean, was that the audio of me switching weapons? Oh, that's so weird. It's only in one channel. Ryan didn't do anything to help me when I came down to his freaky city and got attacked by weird New Year's guests, so... What the hell's going on?
You blow a fuse up there? Can't see a damn thing in that booth. Give me a tick and I'll get you out of there. Moira, can you hear me in there, darling?
So dark in here. If only your friend could look up and see. Maybe you could warn him. If only you could do something.
Oh shit!
Except just stand here and watch him die.
Really?
They're everywhere. I can't hold them. Got to fall back. Get me family out and we'll regroup as soon as we can.
You gonna let this door open, somebody? Oh, cool. We got our mid backflip. Afterlife. It's the drugs. You just hallucinating because of the DNA rewrite? If that's the case, can we trust the ghost, or do we have to accept the ghost as given from an omnipotent narrator? Yeah, I don't. Maybe it is like a shared genetic consciousness. That's an interesting concept. I hadn't thought of it that way. Oh, that was fun that we just shot her mask right off her face. Oh, that's right. Splicer organs count as the spider splicer organs count as health kits. We've not really gotten a ton of info as to the plasmids and like how it was conceived. And it drives me bonkers when I'm trying to like put together how the plasmid like recharge system works. Like when I'm empty, I don't understand why I'm empty and then I stay empty after I've switched weapons. Ooh. Dude's got a shot on him. I'd really like, I guess the money's helpful because I do go and restock pretty regular, but man, I feel like sometimes the loot I'm getting is real garbo. Can I take a photo of you after you're dead so that I'm not continuing to do it in combat? I can, but I don't get much for it. Okay. I don't remember. Someone in chat. Where'd that last one come from? I think up on the ceiling stealth? I don't know. At this point, the spider splicers I've kind of just decided are there exclusively to scare the bejesus out of me.
Spent the morning jawing with that crowd scientist. She's damaged goods, all right. Just like all those chumps they scraped out of them prison camps. But she's no crackpot. She's gonna make me the kind of scratch that'll have Ryan look like he's running a paper route. She just needs some supplies to get the ball rolling and a friend to watch her back.
some more info directly from Fontaine at this point. Whoa!
You ooze in like an assassin, and then you try to sneak out like a thief. You're no CIA spook. Who are you? Why have you come here? There's two ways to deal with a mystery. Uncover it, or eliminate it.
Did that happen because I didn't go fast enough? Like, could it, if I hadn't...
Get out! Get out and get to Arcadia! Jesus Christ!
No, that has to be... That has to be a planned explosion. Oh. I was just getting ready to say, having heard more from Fontaine, he continues to sound like a less and less, like, reputable character. But at the same moment I'm irritated about Fontaine, Ryan just blows up that dude's family, so there's like no one to root for.
Me a deal. I flip him Fontaine and I walk out of here. That's simple. How do I know that fat fuck isn't Fontaine's guy? How do I know they're not all Fontaine's guy? Fontaine's got Adam, and everybody wants it. Ryan's got a whole lot of talk and a nice suit. Even down here, any idiot can see which way the wind is blowing.
Okay, so wait, did I have it right earlier? Is there a way for me to, like, can I review? I don't think it lets me do it. I really want to review my, like, audio logs, but I don't think there's a menu for that. So I thought in the introduction sequence, when we kind of get that, the first several rooms of Rapture, when we get that chance to kind of start to absorb the city just through like the advertisements and some of the flyers and stuff like that, I thought Fontaine was the name attached to the plasmids. So we'll have to look again once we're out of, you know, obviously there's not any advertisements here in the sewer. Sewer's probably not fair. Cave, I don't, why would this be here? At any rate, when we can see flyers and stuff again, I want to double check, because I got really confused when we got to the wharf. I thought Fontaine was the plasmid guy, which would make sense as to how he's got so much power and sway if Rapture has kind of become like a society that's consuming the plasmids. But then everything we saw in the wharf area just kind of makes him out to be a mob boss. So unless that's explicitly what he's talking about when he's talking about the scientist, we know the scientist has kind of perfected this technique for collecting Adam and harvesting it from the little sisters. So maybe that was it. Maybe he is just a mob boss, but he's a mob boss that happens to have kind of gotten specific people under his fold so that he can leverage something that's not really within his expertise. Ryan takes down smuggling operation. Fontaine and thugs killed. That was dated for 1958. That would have been over a year ago.
Moira. Patrick. Ain't that just like Ryan? Waits until we're almost out, and then he pulls the string. We'll find the bastard. We'll find him, and we'll tear his heart out.
I came to this place to build the impossible. You came to rob what you could never build. A hum gaping at the gates of Rome. Even the air you breathe is sponged from my account. Well, breathe deep, so later you might remember the taste.
You get to the bathysphere in the rolling hills. That'll take you straight to the devil himself. And then all debts will be paid in full.
We can't be that close The tea garden. Hey, we had a tea garden a couple games ago. We had that little tea garden station room in Tacoma. Theirs didn't have a cemetery though. What? You ain't gonna let me take this shovel? Listen, I like the wrench. Don't get me wrong. I'm down with this wrench. But I'm a simple video game man. I see a shovel and I think two-handed weapon. Man, these smugglers crates have been straight up garbo. Most of them are empty. The ones that aren't empty have like crap in them. Oh good, a steel screw. It's like we're playing Fallout. Liquid nitrogen. What the hell is the liquid nitrogen for? There's still 2 weapon slots, so I don't know. I guess maybe there's a flamethrower or something like that. I'm trying to think of what, like, the weapons have pretty disparate ammo types, so maybe there's going to be some kind of a liquid tank style weapon so that we could have like a flamethrower or a cryo launcher depending on what we have equipped. Man alive. Ah, seeing ghosts. Here we go. This might be our answer.
Seems like some poor blighters have started seeing ghosts. Ghosts? Ryan tells me it's a side effect of this plasmid business. One poor sod's memory is getting passed on to another through genetic sampling. Leaks, lunatics, rebellion, and now bleeding ghosts. Ain't life in Rapture, Grant?
What are you waiting for, City? It's beautiful.
Well, there you go, Afterlife. You were correct. It is because of the plasmids. It does appear to be some kind of communal genetic memory. All right. I'm not going to go in there yet because that's the room they want me to go into. Let's see if we can get into this other set of doors first.
Hey, can you help me, man?
Why would I help you, my dude? Are we in the same building now anyway? I don't know.
Oh, sugar. I'm spliced up in ways you never dreamed of.
Get over here. What a night I got lined up. Everything's ready. Flowers, bottle of wine, even 2 tickets to the tea garden. Nothing gets the Bettys in the mood like nighttime in Arcadia. Now I just gotta stop by the Thrifty Care to pick up a med hypo, just to be safe. Word is, this ain't Angelina's first visit to the tea garden.
Oh, Dita! Dita's out there trying to make those plays. She said I'm spliced up in ways you wouldn't believe. So do they just, is anyone who's using a plasmid splicing? Is that they just anyone who's like spliced their genetic material?
The augmentation procedure is a success. The slugs alone could not provide enough atom for serious work, but combined with the host, now we have something. The slug is embedded in the lining of the host's stomach, and after the host feeds, we induce regurgitation. And then we have 20-30 times yield of usable atom. The problem now is the shortage of hosts. Fontaine says patience, Tannenbaum. Soon, the first home for little sisters will open, and that problem will be solved.
Yeah, so it looks like Tannenbaum is kind of the brains, right? Like she's the one who's kind of put together the atom harvesting and some of the application, but it's Fontaine kind of pulling strings and what the fuck? Fontaine is the one who's putting together the infrastructure to support her work.
Hey, can you help me, man?
I mean, I don't really want to help. What?
Hey, over here!
What is going on? Is he teleporting?
Hello.
Sweet Jesus. Get out of here. We're fighting Scarecrow from the Batman Rogues Gallery. Or the Wicker Man. I'll take your dollars, though. Really? This mask isn't a thing? This is just here, like, for fun? Wow, that's crazy. So are we getting high? Like, what is going on? Oh, well, we just collected glue. Maybe we were sniffing glue. Can I zap this asshole when he's in the distance like that? Oh, Jesus. Stop with the giggles, please. Well, I maybe can if I don't shank it and put it into the wall. Oh, so that's why I keep on not having any juice, is when I run out, I'm switching back over to my weapon. Gotta give myself a second to inject the hypo first. Gardening supplies, storage room. This is the way to the Rapture Metro, which is where Atlas sent us. Stop it. Oh, I want a photo of you, though. Stop doing that. Just face tank some flames while I'm trying to get the Houdini Splicer. Get out of here with that name. Really? Increased damage, vulnerable to anti-personnel rounds. Got it. Well, guess what? They're also vulnerable to wrenches. Chlorophyll solution. Interesting. So is the concept that they are like tied to the garden area here? The chlorophyll solution, is he just carrying that, or does that have something to do with the powers he's just manifesting? Interesting. Who is Atlas? I didn't notice this. I didn't read it, but there's some of these out in front of the some of those out in front of this little garden area as well. Are they just like propaganda posters?
Arcadia was closed off to all but paying customers. The man hires me to build a forest at the bottom of the ocean and then turns a walk in the woods into a luxury. Ryan asked, should a farmer not be able to sell his food? Is a potter not entitled to a profit from his pots? I started to argue with the man, and then I remembered who signed my checks. The only thing worse than a hypocrite is an unemployed one.
So that kind of sounds like it's a pretty similar experience for folks who came down here, was that they kind of got, I hate it when the lights are flickering. They kind of got a faulty bill of goods. So they had like an idea of what they were going to do when they got down here. And then the situation was kind of altered. I mean, I gotta be close to being done with leadhead splicers, right? These are some of the most basic ones in the game. Should maybe think about not wasting more film on them. So this is... I mean, you can keep thinking then, sir. Oh, snap. You guys set a little trap for me, didn't you? Look at you fancies. I wish Atlas was with me. We could go tearing through this fire. Dos Diablos. All right. The ones that are just like chilling and still kind of just going about their business, like this thuggish splicer was just whistling his way through. All right. I kind of wish instead of the camera being in a weapon slot, I wish it was bound to a different key. Is your old static discharge not slowing them down enough? Upgrade to new static discharge 2 today. Orion Industries Gene Tonic. Cool. So we have static discharge was the one where if we get hit, we give off a big jolt. I'm gonna keep... No, you know what? Let's try it for a little bit. Oh, I didn't mean to take another photo. Well, and that's exactly what I was talking about with the... Yeah, what up? Getting jolted now, huh, son? Did not seem to be a ton of damage. There's a turret back here somewhere. Hi. Alright. Give me your bullets. We can't even carry anymore. Do I need anything? First aid kits, Eve hypos. Yeah, liquid nitrogen for the chemical thrower. So liquid nitrogen, napalm. So all that makes sense. We could use some Eve hypos. So let me go ahead and do the hack right quick, I guess. I get confused sometimes when I get into the hack sequence about which direction the minigame is starting from. And I guess, you know, it's not a very difficult minigame, so maybe part of that is just to add a little bit of difficulty to it. But it is very unnerving when I'm sitting here in kind of the split seconds. Those first 3 pipes are like the most important pipes in what is otherwise a pretty routine minigame. Because if you're right next to an overload circuit, you can get boned pretty quick by not having planned like your first couple steps. Like you guys have seen me do it when we hack, and the first handful of moves I don't immediately kind of like make the smart play, as it were. I've painted myself into corners, so not knowing which side it's on is kind of irritating. We're gonna just use an auto hack. I have all these auto hacks and we're never using them. It's like classic RPG like item freeze, where I keep thinking I might have a need for them later, so I'm not touching them. We can open you. But I'm eating all this random food sitting around. I have no way of knowing in what kind of condition it's in. But I find a sealed jar of honey, which I'm sure has got a decent amount of caloric nutrition and is in good shape. And what do? I turn my nose up. Despicable. There was that little balcony that dude was shooting me from. I don't know that I can actually get to it though. That might not be in the area. Wait a minute. That's like head high. There's no way this makes sense architecturally. This is like, I mean, I get that the whole city is laid out as a series of first-person shooter levels. Like it's classic kind of Doom level design. But look, if I look out this window, I'm standing on the ledge here. I look out this window. We've got a pretty clear view of all these buildings in the distance. But if I go through this door, look at how high up this ceiling goes. There's no way that window would be able to look out through this area. That's the... I think that's the only mistake I've seen in layout. Who is Atlas? It would have been interesting if they had done more of showing those posters earlier, I guess. Maybe we would have had more questions for our buddy Atlas. We don't talk at all though, so I guess there's no real point in that. Whoa. Oh wait, that's taking me to the metro. There's another door up here we could go down, I think, right? Or at least another person I can smack. Don't mind me, just refilling my hypo. Oh, I should have, well, it's a lead head, so what else do I really have to learn from them? Yeah, so the metro's to the left. Hang on, let's do... Hi, friend. You dummy. I think he was there to teach us about how that trap works, but it doesn't change the fact that it's real funny to watch him just derp it. Can I short them? I don't see it. Well, I do see it. Oh, it's just... Really? Okay, if I shock it, it'll go. Yeah, and they're gonna give me enough Eve hypo here that I can actually get rid of it. Oh, no, that was the film that it was targeting. I gotta go over here to get it. This one's here. Tank of liquid nitrogen. Is this just an alternative way over here? Yeah, this is the other side of the safe room that I was in. Huh. It's kind of a weird split, because it's just going to spit me out into the same exact spot regardless. That's strange. I thought there's been a couple instances where it feels like some of the equipment and things we're getting are optional. So I was hoping that's where I was going to find the chemical sprayer. I'm ruining your immersion, Zelly. I'm sorry. You're right. I mean, look, if they've built this fantastical city at the bottom of the sea, and that's the first and potentially only time I've been able to poke holes in the geometry, it's pretty damn good. You got her on fire. That's sweet. The lead heads. They're just eating up my film. Alright. I do have telekinesis that I keep forgetting we own. So where's homeboy that was firing rockets? Here's a U-invent. You have enough components to invent an item. Find a U-invent machine. Well, that's convenient. First we want to hack it, right? Inventions require fewer components. They're introducing another upgrade path? That's insanity. Alarm tiles will end the hack and trigger the security system. We've run into one of those before, but I don't entirely recall if we screwed up and triggered it or not. Automatic hack tools, armor piercing rounds. Oh, so all that crap we've been picking up that I've been irritated by actually does serve a purpose. So you can use it at these U-invents and turn it into gear. So this anti-personnel rounds. All right, well, I mean, I guess that's useful, but I don't entirely feel as though I'm short on a lot of the extra goodies at this juncture. But I'm sure there's benefits, undoubtedly. Oh, I hear a Big Daddy. Oh boy, do I hear a Big Daddy. All right, well, hang on. I'll come see you in a minute. What else is going on around here? Because that looked like it was the way to get to the metro. I hope there's a handful more of the weapon upgrade stations. I think that's pretty intriguing. But I can only imagine that that's fairly limited, if just only to prohibit you from going super OP. Really? I can't go through there? Alright. It's a weird little alleyway then. Alright, now we'll head towards the metro. Alright. We do have a respawn right here. Yo, dog, what you doing? Oh, is he fighting someone else? Yo, this is our chance then. Let's get in there. I don't have armor piercing submachine gun rounds just now, so hit him with some pistol. Sorry, I need to have a few words with Mr. Bubbles. Electric buckshot. Cue it up. He's still, I don't know what he's doing over here. Acting a fool is what he's doing. Oh shit! Would have really preferred to have thrown that back at him, but what are you gonna do? So I think we're just gonna have to tee up here. Plasmid up, please. All right. That's enough out of you, my dude. Come on. I am your immersion stealth. I appreciate that. Right now, all I do is feel immersed in the truth of the reality between my strength versus the strength of a Big Daddy. That's the immersion that I'm getting right now. And it feels, I mean, I'm immersed.
Even in the gathering dark, you light a candle.
Thank you.
You have saved the little ones when you might have shown your cruelty. I am sending something your way to demonstrate our thanks.
So Tenenbaum invented, or at least perfected, the process
Sweet angel.
behind the Little Sisters, but now is really pleased that I'm saving them. So I don't know if she's like repenting. I don't know what the deal is. So a gift of 200 Atom, the Safecracker perk, it looks like. New engineering tonic, Safecracker. One of Hacksmart's more popular offerings, Safecracker lets you into places that they want to keep you out of. Splice it now and get hacking. No, we don't come across that many saves. So what do we want? We got 600 Atom now. That's pretty good. Ooh, more tonic slots. So then at least we don't have to worry about what's what. The upgraded version of Electro Bolt, I 100% think is worth it because we use that a lot. Winter Blast, freeze your foes in place, shatter them to 1,000 pieces. What's not to like? Okay, Cyclone Trap just throws people into the air. That's fun. You take less damage from fire and inflict more damage when you use fire. Plasmids use less Eve. Yo, let's go. That for sure is worth it. Reduces vending machine prices. Quiets your footsteps and increases damage from melee attacks on unaware opponents. That's kind of fun. You know, earlier I said that Eve Link didn't really feel like it was worth it. Now, first of all, that was before we had 600 Atom. But especially now that we've got it, I think we're going to use that in place of Scavenger. And then I think I'm tempted. Machine Buster, do more damage to cameras and turrets. Every time you hack something, you gain a little health and Eve. Interesting. So you'd have to give up a perk slot for it. I mean, it would help you when you first enter an area, but after you've hacked them all, then you kind of can't hack anymore. I think Eve Saver and an extra, I think that's going to be, what is that, a combat, a physical tonic slot, I think? Let me grab Eve Saver. Yeah, so that's a physical tonic. So I'm going to store that in the gene bank, but then I'm immediately going to buy a physical tonic slot. And then we are going to... Wait. I'd like to Sonic my physical tonics, please. I have to go to a gene bank. That's why. Let's... What plasmid do I not have equipped? So we have equipped lightning, fire, and telekinesis. So we've got the one that 6 big daddies on people, and we have the one that paints targets for turrets. I don't know that I really care about either of those as needing to be like must have. Electro Bolt 2, yes, is a get, because that's easily my most frequently used plasmid. Human Inferno, shorten alarms. Yeah, these extra ones, like some of those are kind of nice, but I'd really not want to have to spend the extra money on tonic slots to put them into use. So I'm not going to worry about that. I do think another health upgrade and an Eve upgrade are worth it, right? Like they're universal. They're going to be worth it regardless. Plasmid slot is tempting, but I don't really have a plasmid that I really want to get my hands on at the moment. So I think we're just gonna let that roll. So we got to get to our next gene bank. I have to remember to go and get some of that stuff sorted and re-equipped correctly. Where was this taking me? What did the sign say? Canal access. All right, so this is not the same direction as the Rapture Metro, which is fine. Yo, what? Okay, so canal ac— oh, fuck. Okay. I don't know why you would need canal access. Is this just like for maintenance work? There's more of the scribbles behind those ivies. Oh wait, I think this is a gene bank over here. No, that's the UN vent. I thought there was a gene bank too. Oh well, we don't go long without seeing one, so that's not a big deal. I'm gonna take the other branch of the canal access here, just so that I'm, you know, pretending to be thorough. The fuck? Oh my sweet god. These Houdini splices are gonna be the end of me. Alright, remember Chris, when you are also standing in the water, don't use your electricity. You know? If I go down here, I can't come back up. That doesn't seem like what I want. The cheerful whistling when I know it's some deranged psychopath that cannot wait to wear my skin as a mask is... Wait, why does this stuff keep scrambling? So now my electricity is number 3. Oh, because I changed it. It's technically a new plasmid. Is this a different UN vent? Keep seeking RPG. Okay. Exploding buck. Armor piercing automatic rounds. Okay, so we can at least make one. So let's go ahead and hack, because I do want to make some of those for the next time we run into La Daddy Big. Do you think a Big Daddy would be irritated if I called him Mr. Bubbles? Like, do you think that's a pet name that they're really only interested in letting the little sisters call them? So this room was just to get over here.
There has been tremendous pressure to regulate this plasmid business. There have been side effects, blindness, insanity, death. But what use is our ideology if it is not tested? The market does not respond like an infant, shrieking at the first sign of displeasure. The market is patient, and we must be too.
There we go. All right, so we want Scrounger out of here, and we want Eve Saver instead. So now we're getting more health from first aid kits. Our plasmids use less health, and when we do use a first aid kit, it also kicks us a little bit of Eve. So that's the way to the farmer's market, which is also the way to the metro. So let's go goof around over here, find out what this homeboy's doing, humming. Did it shoot at the crate? Yo, I'm gonna have to get through this and electro bolt my way in and still have a chance to... Oh, I'm out of Eve. Oh, that'll be lovely when I'm trying to... Hi. I'm just reloading, you don't mind me. Really? You couldn't also blow up the... Whoa. Hi, friends. You know what I have not really done much of is use our friend the grenade launcher. Let's dial in the distance here. That one felt pretty good. Is it gone? Nope. Am I not getting it? What, is it just not blowing up? Felt like it was. Ooh. Alright. Alright. Enough of this horse shit. Did I summon a robot? Yes, of course I did. Ooh, a couple robots. Well, good. Everything's horrible. Where's robot control? Let's, since we keep running out of, or we keep turning down the chance to get more machine gun rounds, probably a good time as any to use it. 20 seconds left on this alarm. I don't know where the control is for the robots down on this segment.
Gregory, don't come whining to me about market forces, and don't expect me to punish citizens for showing a little initiative. If you don't like what Fontaine is doing, well, I suggest you find a way to offer a better product.
Yes, I know about the lockdown. It's absurd. Just give me a minute. The Lazarus tests are very promising. If the Rosa Gallica bloom, then by God, I know we're in business.
Hurry, the lockdown!
All right, I'm leaving. But somebody has to find a way to come back to check on these samples. They're very important.
So we've picked up a lot of ammunition for this chemical sprayer, and we're in the, oh god, it was over here the whole time. The bot shut down. We're in the area you would expect to find the chemical sprayer. Okay, fire through this. What is it? Really? It's just shooting it in nothing? That's interesting. Okay. So I'm kind of surprised either it's a little further up kind of at the end of this section, or I somehow managed to just completely walk past it. Either way, not super worried about it, because it's not really a weapon I see myself spending a lot of time using.
I couldn't believe how much things had changed since I left Dr. Steinman's office. It's like I don't even recognize Rapture no more. I hear they've been rounding up people in Paula Square. I asked Ryan how could he do such things to innocents. He said, innocents. If they haven't chosen to defend Rapture, they've chosen to side with Atlas and his bandits. So there are no innocents. There are heroes, and there are criminals.
So Atlas is like in open rebellion. He may have said that earlier and I kind of forgot it. There's kind of an interesting thing. I don't know if maybe I'm the only person that experienced this, but I feel like it's probably, I think it's probably pretty common, especially if you had played this back when this was still like a fresh new game. The overwhelming nature of just kind of the spectacle when you first get to Rapture. There's a lot of info they throw at you really quick. You get the bathysphere ride down, you get that kind of big panoramic of the city on approach, and then immediately things in
Hills is over yonder, and the bathysphere station is as well. And then straight on to Ryan.
I can't believe that can't be right that we're gonna confront Ryan that fast. I was under the impression that he was kind of one of the major antagonists. What I was saying though is you like get to Rapture, and then immediately there's a pretty healthy amount of information they throw at you. Oh, I was flicking fire earlier. I just couldn't see it because it was probably going right through it. And it's a little jarring because you can't necessarily, like, you can't take the time to stop and soak up all of that info because they do a lot of things really quick. And it's kind of a bummer. I'm gonna take this health just so that I don't die here. Well, so that I don't entirely die. This is just another lead splicer. Julie, yeah, a lot of info all the way. Yeah, it's a ton of info, and it's all pertinent. Like, it's not bad. It's not bad pacing necessarily.
I don't feel so great. I'm dizzy, I'm nauseous, and sometimes I'm even seeing things that aren't there.
I'm hearing people everywhere. Let me buy some health kits before I press on so that we don't die. It's not like it's a bad amount of information and stuff to give, but there's just a lot. Like, I wish maybe some more of it had come during transition periods. Like, some of these chunks we get right at the end of a story segment, maybe like make those hallways a little longer so that I have to spend some more time talking with Atlas on the radio on my way to the next area. Like, do some more of the info dumps there, because I do definitely feel like sometimes I'm just like, what is even happening? It goes quick, that's for damn sure. Who the hell is I'm the amateur, huh? You're the one that didn't cover your 6 while you were looting a crate, pal. Oh, this is where we could have jumped down earlier, and I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to block myself in. Other than my criticism of that window overlook earlier, they actually have done a really good job of designing the kind of labyrinthian corridors of Rapture in such a way as to, like, still... What the fuck? You didn't just explode in one shot, did you? Did you Houdini away? Yeah, you're here. I mean, I can just do this, pal. If you're there, you're gonna get hurt. Heard you. I hate these guys. Did I get him? This, I think it was him. I think, are you different? Are you? Oh, you were a thug. The city does feel sport boost. In today's dangerous times, it never hurts to be a little faster, a little quicker on the draw. Remember, you don't have to outrun the ChrisVsBacklog, just your neighbor. That's messed up, dog. There's still definitely kind of a sense of the natural ebb and flow of a city street, but it is, I mean, it's obviously super exaggerated. If we're not going to be able to pick up the health kit, we might as well pick it up anyway. Let's see. More armor piercing rounds. We can make more. Let's make another, because we're gonna run into another Big Daddy here. I get why the game like tells you how many Big Daddies are in an area, because obviously they are kind of directly tied to the upgrade system in the game. But it does kind of ruin a little bit of the surprise of rounding a corner and having a Big Daddy standing there, which is a little frustrating. I don't think we need any of the other stuff. Alright. Who is Atlas?
You might hear things about me, see my name about, think what you will. There was a time I cared about politics, but it's just an excuse men use to kill one another. I'm done with all that. I just want to see the sunlight again.
So Atlas used to be a political activist, a rabble rouser of some kind. I'm sure Nothing that Ryan would approve of. Where's your little sister? I don't want to kill you if you ain't got a girl with you, dog. You got a friend? Let me tail this guy for a second here and see if we can locate a little sister. Ooh. What do we got? There's like a really short delay between hacking a safe and being able to loot it that makes me really irritated. Do you have a little sister? Oh, you're calling for her now. Okay, yeah. As soon as you got a little sister, I'll kill you. Thanks for doing the hard part, dog. I wonder why we don't just knock on the hole and call for little sisters. All right. Thanks, Mr. Bubbles.
Hurry, hurry, Mr. Bubbles.
Yes, hurry. Hurry. Alright, we did get a bunch of armor-piercing rounds for just such an occasion. I'm just gonna face tank Mr. B. What up? Oh, you know what? This is my... Oh, no! Mr. Bubbles was like, come on, fuck around and find out, son. Oh, I'm so far back, too. I had to be fancy. I had to try and get the final wrench smack. Like a dumb.
On the surface, I once bought a forest. The parasites claimed that the land belonged to God and demanded that I establish a public park there. Why? So the rebel could stand slack-jawed under the canopy and pretend that it was paradise earned. When Congress moved to nationalize my forest, I burnt it to the ground. God did not plant the seeds of this Arcadia. I did.
Yo, Ryan is a chode. There we go. I still get my vengeance. I get my wrench finale. So my man's so rich he bought a forest. People were pissed. Congress tried to nationalize it so that he couldn't like develop it. And out of spite, he just burns it to the ground instead. What an asshole. I don't think there's another way to summarize that one. All right, we were down here when we fought Mr. Bubbles. So I think we're essentially good to move on. I think we're good. I don't get as crazy lost playing this as I did playing Vampire, but I definitely do turn kind of back on my heel a couple times. I guess more than anything just to kind of make sure I haven't missed something I was supposed to explore. Man, this area looks really good. I'd be interested to go back. I know that foliage, like in the underwater segments, like when you look out the window, things like kelp forests and like seaweed clinging to the edges of Rapture's architecture, I know that those are among the stuff that got the biggest upgrades for the BioShock remaster. I'd be interested to see what this level looks like in the original, because my guess is that this one is a really, really good example of just how much improved the graphics were for the remaster. Did he die? What the hell just happened? Oh God, that's what happened. I feel like every time I say what the hell just happened, my answer is something is shooting at me and I'm just too dumb to realize it. Come on. All right, at least we had an excuse to use our telekinesis. I would love for another plasmid to come along to make me shake up my plasmid usage. This is perhaps another kind of indictment against my gameplay style. I fell into this same rut playing Vampire where I found a power that kind of suited my needs and just clung to it. Jesus Christ, Mr. Bubbles. Alright, well, I think he's the last of the 3. No, there were only 2 in the area, so this Mr. B is kind of inconsequential. See, this I guess is kind of what I was talking about earlier about there's a fine line between making sure that you know where all the little sisters are, since they're tied to character development, and there is an entirely different kind of case to be made about obscuring that information, because I would have picked a fight with that Big Daddy. That would have been resources and energy put into a fight that I didn't need to take.
The minute we came here, Masha started screaming, "Mama, Mama, what is that? What is that?" I thought she was having some kind of seizure. And then I realized, trees. Never saw one before. Thought
That's
they were
crazy.
monsters. Oh, Sammy, maybe we never should have come to this place.
Masha is the girl. We found an earlier audio log from that family. She was turned into a little sister early in the process. That's interesting for her to have been born down here and to not know kind of anything about terrestrial life is intriguing. Professor Julie Langford's research laboratories, or our quest objective, or a fight.
I'm gonna need you to listen to me. I'm no sort of botanist, but I think Ryan has just killed Arcadia. The man's put something foul into the air. Bottom of the ocean, Bio. All the oxygen comes from the trees. No trees, no oxygen. Give me a spell to think. Ryan's woman in Arcadia is an old Betty named Langford. An okay sort, but not above doing a dirty job for $1. If she's still kicking around, I'm sure she's gonna want to save her trees. After all, she planted the damn thing.
Ah, okay, so this... Now we gotta go to Langford's lab. And then I'm sure this is gonna be the excuse to give us the chemical sprayer. Makes sense. I am all for meeting with Langford, provided that she doesn't try and double cross me the way we just got done dirty by Peach. I'm willing to make it a new personal guideline to not trust a man named Peach.
No. Ryan. I think I've got a way to save the trees. It's a genetic vector that... Oh, look who I'm talking to. Could you find a sample of Rosa Gallica for me? Look in the grotto. I've got to keep working while there's time.
I mean, am I gonna just take damage continually while I'm down here now? Oh, hi friends. There's lots of you here today. Enjoying your time in the park, citizens? What up? Don't mess with me. Wrench Captain. I was named captain of my high school wrench team. Where'd you go?
They dress up in leaves and call themselves the Saturnine. Please. They drink human blood and chant, "Harness the flame, harness the mist," and believe they're touched by the ancient god. An aging bunch of frat boys tilting back goblets of plasmids and calling it ambrosia.
What? What is going on down here, guys? Why'd you all just set on fire for no reason? Am I walking into a trap, friends? And keep my back to a wall. How about that? Take my chlorophyll solution and get drunk on some wine over here in the corner. Just like a weird little tableau. Okay.
You people with the saturnine! Ah!
New physical tonic, natural camouflage. Need some peace and quiet? Splice in natural camouflage and stop moving and just fade away. Remember, not seeing is believing. Yo, that might be worth socketing in. I'm comfortable with what we've got right now, but I'm not opposed to putting myself in a position where we can put that in the loadout. So I guess they're trying to say that the Houdini splicers are gaining their power from this weird cult, because he's the one who kind of came to check and oppose me in their like seat of power. I don't know entirely that explains away how they're able to do what they do. Hi guys. Everyone just stand still for your photos. That didn't go great, huh? Hey, bud, stop running. I'm trying to talk to you. Hey, knock it off. So when you get a group photo like that, it looks like you don't necessarily trigger the first like this subject has already been photographed unless it is the central photograph. All right, extra damage now on top of our standard extra damage for thuggish splicers, which I am definitely down with. Ooh, hello. This was just chilling here? Has a rival faction set up security cameras and turrets where you need to be? Security evasion adjusts the thermal signature of your epidermal layer, confusing cameras and turrets and delaying their response. Yo, this is also a good one. All right, I know we just bought Eve Link, but I'm gonna take Eve Link out in the short term here until we've got some more options. Oh, it's sending me down into this area I was previously, so I just did this out of sequence is all. Well, I'm sure there's gonna be an enemy or two down here now, though. Is this what she wanted? Yeah. Where you, whoa, 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 gang, I'm sorry, I didn't know they were your flowers. I feel like I just poached a deer on the king's property. Hi, guys. Oh, hi. Hi. With the extra health we picked up the last time we upgraded, I feel a lot more tanky. We're doing good damage with the wrench, and the fact that we have the extra long stun on the lightning plasmid really kind of puts me in a position where I'm feeling good about just using the wrench as my main combat mechanic. I don't think the Big Daddies aggro as you get close unless they have a little sister. He seems pretty chill when I'm just hanging out. Oops, sorry. Yo, that's rude, lady. Get out of here. She's being a real negative Nancy. All right, we found your silly rose. It's interesting that her office isn't in the Arboretum. The research laboratories are next door.
You've brought the Rosa Gallica? Oh, what are you waiting for? An engraved invitation? Send it through the pneumo.
The pneumos are so funny because it's like an excuse to not have to model the meeting. But it's having just recently or earlier this year watched someone play Death Stranding. It's like the same concept as Sam delivering stuff in Death Stranding.
Come on up to my office. I'm letting you in now. I think I've got just the thing to put the green back in this forest.
Yo, your office is real nice, lady. That's even more confusing why you would have me put it in the new mode. Like, why not just invite me in? The original Hack Smart Gene Tonic, hacking expert, diffuses alarms and helps avoid overloads. It's the must-have plasmid of the Hack Smart line. So it's diffusing alarms and helping avoid overloads. I don't remember what the other ones do. It's 1 fewer alarm tile and 1 fewer overload tile. I feel like that's probably... Oh, okay. So it's just sacrificing 1 extra removed overload to give us 1 extra removed alarm. Alarms stop the hack anyway, though, so it's kind of the same difference. I think I am going to socket that in. If for nothing more than the fact that that gives us a little bit less of a chance of summoning an alarm, which is going to cause a lot more damage than just an overload.
Those pagans won't steal? Paper towels, ink pots, witch hazel, chlorophyll solution, even my back issues of National Geographic. They're feathering their disgusting little shrines with it, I suppose. Sick bastards.
At no point did I see that I was on a timer. I don't know how long that's been going. I hope it was not long.
Julie, we made a business deal, you and I, did we not? Money changed hands. Let me read to you from the agreement. Section 3, subsection 4.
Mr. Ryan.
Ryan Industries maintains exclusive rights to the creation, use, and exploitation of the Lazarus Vector. Ownership is civilization.
Wait! No! Please!
Without it, we're back in the swamp.
Wow. He is the worst. Nine, 4, 5, 7. 9, 4, 5, 7. Is that right? Oh yeah, what up? Now we got a chemical thrower.
Yard ahead, Ryan goes and moves the goal line down to the other side of the field.
I've been killing trees for 25 years. At Berkeley back in the 20s, on the jabs at Iwo Jima. But I never brought one back from the grave before. I did, Becky. Mama's gonna build her first damn Frankentree. I'm gonna call my little creation the Lazarus Vector. Maybe it'll bring the old gal's career back from the dead as well.
9, 4, 5, 7. All right, so we have the Lazarus Vector formula. We got a key.
Damn genius if the only ones around to appreciate it are a bunch of spliced up
super cool.
morons. I've cracked the vector, or at least I'm 99% certain I have. I just need a bud of Rosa gallica to confirm my analysis. Distilled water, a bit of chlorophyll, and enzymes extracted from Apis mellifera. That's right, sweetheart. Honeybee spit.
You have a multi-part goal. Press M to see all parts and choose which one is active. So we have to invent the Lazarus Vector. We have not got enough. I'm sure the chlorophyll solution will be in a better spot here after we have hacked this machine. So let's get our hack on. Need one more vert piece, please. Thank you. Alright, so with it hacked, we need one more chlorophyll. Then we need honeybee spit. What was the other stuff she said? So we need... Oh, we can go back and listen to the old stuff. Okay. No, we can't? Alright. Maybe not. We have to invent the Lazarus vectors. We still need 2 more chlorophyll solutions, 7 enzymes, and 7 distilled waters. Okay, so those are the ingredients. That's how we're going to save the trees and make sure that Rapture still has airflow. But first, I'm going to go on a quest to get my own distilled water. I'm going to go refill my water bottle. If you have an empty water bottle, you should do the same thing. And I'm going to be back in about 2 minutes. See you in a second. All right. Back at it. So it said that I can change which one is the active goal. How does one change an active goal? I don't think it's telling the truth. So we now have the chemical thrower, which is liquid nitrogen, napalm, and some unnamed, it looks like electrical compound. We want to obtain our chlorophyll solution. A recording from Langford revealed that the Saturine, a cult of teleporting splicers, stole our stock of chlorophyll. Yeah, okay. So we need to just find and fight Houdini splicers for the chlorophyll, which we can do. I'm sure we will find them.
Clean it up!
The gameplay decision to do the photos is kind of a fun one. There's a handful of games that use that same technique. Probably most famously... Where are you at? Oh, it's you. Oh boy, you're just smoking me, huh? Dead Rising is probably the biggest one. Oh my god, and a camera. Yeah, Misha, good call. Beyond Good and Evil does it as well. Beyond Good and Evil does it really well, too. Isn't the lead character from Beyond Good and Evil, isn't she like a reporter or like an investigator? Oh my god, I shanked it. Yep, she's a reporter, you think? I mean, so is Frank West from the Dead Rising games. We just need more video games that are about reporters, and then you get that cool photo mechanic. Where is this? Oh, it's right here. Good gravy. All right, we're out of standard pistol ammo. I gotta remember to go to the machine gun because we're sitting pretty good with the machine gun. I have no resources. How did we go from being in a pretty good spot to in a terrible spot in like 2 seconds? Yeah, we're gonna go blow all our money, it would appear. I guess I don't really understand. There's not a really great frame narrative for why our character in BioShock is still doing the photos. Like, we had to do... Oh my god. I didn't even pay attention. We're gonna die. I think we need to buy a health before I try another hack. Just to make sure I don't die. I'm using an auto hack. I didn't realize how freaking hard this one was when I first did it. And we can buy Eve hypos. We might just kind of cash in the bank here. I really feel like the big purpose for money is almost exclusively to like top myself off in situations like that. Oh my god, these things. Yeah, I get it. I get it. You're angry at me. You don't like me being here. I'd love to hear kind of the reasoning behind why Jack is still taking photos.
Who says you can't teach an old hound new tricks? This batty plant woman spends 4 years coming up with ways to defoliate trees in the Pacific to scare out the Japs, and now here I am, down at the bottom of the Atlantic, trying to figure out how to do the same thing in reverse. Adam. It's bathtub gin times the atom bomb times Eve with a serpent. Let's go see what it can do.
Alright, cool. She had one chlorophyll just chilling. So now we need... Why doesn't it let me click into those? It's very irritating. I don't know. It's just like a break in the UI. Explore Arcadia and the farmer's market to enough to create the vector. Okay. And then what about enzymes? Explore Arcadia and the farmer's market to obtain enough of this to create the vector. So both the other ones are just like, okay, go on. That's kind of not great.
Big place, but mostly rural. If you're looking for something in particular, I'd start at the farmer's market.
I think I will start at the farmer's market. Thanks, Atlas. Alright. Trusty wrench in tow. We don't have to go back into the cult headquarters. You can pass by this Big Daddy. Hi, bud. Have we gotten anyone in chat who's been here kind of since we started BioShock? And again, doing your best to eliminate anything that you might know because you played BioShock. Have we had any lore information on the Big Daddies? Like what it is that makes them kind of endlessly wander with the little sisters? I don't think we have. I'd like to know more about them. I would also like an elbow down. There we go. There we go. I need your water. Ooh, another weapon upgrade station. I don't remember any info about them. Yeah, I don't think we have. So that's fine. I didn't necessarily think we had some. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't forgetting about anything. You know, I'm kind of tempted, if we already put one into the machine gun, maybe double down on machine gun here to start. I think I will do that, in fact. I think we're just gonna kind of turn our machine gun into an absolute thresher, and then we'll worry about other weapons should we get subsequent upgrades. You don't have any of this stuff I need right now. Can we just use coffee? Is that okay? That's part of the Lazarus. Oh, not gonna stand in that. Shame on you. That was part of the Lazarus vector, right? It was just a big old cup of Joe. You gonna burn out anytime soon? Come on. I got things to do. We're running out of oxygen. The freaking like angry hornet sound of the
Parasite has his eye on Rapture. Keep your what makes something like me. I look at genes all day long, and never do I see the blueprint of sin. I could blame the Germans, but in truth I did not find tormentors in the prison camp, but kindred spirits. These children I brutalized have awoken something inside that for most is beautiful and natural, but in me is an abomination. My maternal instinct.
Oh, interesting. So she took part in the horrors of World War II as a German scientist with little to no feeling of immorality. She was fine to go along with it. That's so freaky when they do that. She was fine to go along with that, but all of a sudden she cooks up this concept for how to use the little sisters to harvest Adam, and it's that kind of put her over the tipping point. She said that it awoke an abomination in her maternal instinct, which would explain why she's suddenly rooting for us to help the little sisters. So the farmer's market's a whole different level, which I didn't anticipate. I kind of thought it was just part of that region. But based on the apiaries, yeah. Based on the apiaries we saw on our way in, it's going to be our opportunity to get some of this bee saliva.
Julie, my dear, I am trying to run a business here. You want to spend time with my honeybees? Well, I'm going to have to start charging you for the pleasure. If I come out one more time and find you lolling out there amongst my hives, I'm grabbing my shotgun. As to your question, yes, my days in beekeeping school are a blur. But I do seem to remember something about that enzyme you keep blabbing on about.
I mean, I think you can share some bee enzyme. That seems kind of rude. I also knew, by the way, earlier we saw that honey, and I was like, yo, dog, we need this honey. I was right. Should've just grabbed it all then. I hope I don't have to fight, like, some weird bee splicer. How many little sisters? Just the one. Jesus Christ, pal. There I am. As soon as we came into the level, I decided to cheat and look at how many little sisters there were. Did I just knock that out of the sky with my wrench? Did anyone see that? I'm pretty sure that I am the greatest batter in the history of Rapture's pro baseball. Oh, it's to the right over there. I thought I was going to be able to do a little 2-for-1 here and use the ammo from this one to take out the other one, but I wasn't quite as smart as I had hoped. I really hope that's just part of the soundtrack and not something that's going to get me DMCA'd. That would be less than ideal.
The children, with their very long needles, their tuneless songs, their ghastly errands, their ghoulish Frankenstein fathers. But we've all placed our hand on the great chain of endeavor. My hand is on it. Fontaine's is on it. We all pull it and are pulled by it. Yes, these children are an abomination. But it is not my hand alone on the chain that created them. No. Their little fingers were right there, next to mine.
Yo, alright. Listen. If you want to try and say that Fontaine and Tenenbaum and, like, some of the other adults were responsible for helping to create the little sisters, okay. Like, you don't want to man up and try and take responsibility yourself, that's fine. But I cannot get behind you trying to pretend that the little sisters themselves were complicit. That, my friend, is a bathysphere too far. Running low on auto hacks. We might be able to get some more at a UN vent. Man, that's a real bummer. I mean, you know, I get it. Oh, hi, Mr. Bubbles. Are you gonna fight that guy? That'd be great if you could fight him for a bit before I fight you. Yeah, you guys can do that. That's fine. I think you made very short work of him. How many? I don't have any armor piercing. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm not ready to fight you yet. You're good. What are y'all up to?
Time to go, Mr. B.
And now I'm gonna let the big daddy fight y'all. Increase damage. Mr. B, he said he wanted to hurt the little sister. Alright, fine, dummy. I don't need another chlorophyll solution. Alright. Give him a little zappy. Do I want to try and use some grenades, maybe? I think so. We have all these resources that I can't use because I keep being full. Oh, I'm never going to reload this in time. There we go. Oh boy. Oh boy. Not a great start, if I'm honest. Yo, this thing shreds a BD though. Get correct upon. Sorry about Mr. Bubbles, but I think you're gonna feel better in a minute. Thanks, friend.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I hear a camera. Some water.
In 10 years in this dump, I've come to accept a very low standard of life. But even at the bottom of this fish tank, a man must have standards. The pathetic Trudeau down at Morley Winery has started putting water to his terrible wine. Water! When I confronted him with this fact, he tells me, Pierre, this is not to worry. The water, she is distilled. It could be worse. I could take it right from the ocean.
The children, their very long needles, their tuneless songs, their ghastly errands, their ghoulish Frankenstein fathers. But we've all placed our hand on the great chain of endeavor. My hand is on it. Fontaine's is on it. We all pull it and are pulled by it. Yes, these children are an abomination. But it is not my hand alone on the chain that created them. No. Their little fingers were right there, next to mine.
Man, having gotten that, specifically that text setup twice, Jesus. What? Y'all just got corpses in the freaking, like, meat freezer here, dog? That's not pleasant. Getting that Ryan voice clip twice after having just complained about how much that frustrated me and how much I wanted to, like, punch him in the D about it, I think is the game just trying to make sure that I still feel that way. I don't know what the hell just started blowing up, but apparently I picked a good time to not be in the other room. I wonder, I must have like hit a barrel or something. That was weird. Is this the same thing from the other side? No, this is a different one.
Dr. Suchong, frankly, I'm shocked by your proposal. If we were to modify the structure of our commercial plasmid line as you propose, to have them make the user vulnerable to mental suggestion through pheromones, would we not be able to effectively control the actions of the citizens of Rapture? Free will is the cornerstone of this city. Thought of sacrificing it is abhorrent. However, we are indeed in a time of war. If Atlas and his bandits have their way, will they not turn us into slaves? And what will become of free will then? Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Interesting. Okay, so some of the story starts to take shape a little bit. The plasmid market is created. And this is the only place it could have been created, because obviously it is kind of built on a technological premise that is already pretty effed up, right? Like the whole, oh, best friends. They're Rapture certified. I wonder if those are staff dogs. The creation itself of the automatic hack tools. The creation itself of plasmids is obviously already morally pretty abhorrent, right? Like the fact that Adam is kind of harvested using the little sisters is already messed up. So only here in Rapture could that industry have started to thrive in the first place. And then they turn around. Fontaine's got this idea. He wants everyone in Rapture to kind of be in his back pocket. They make all these handy plasmids. Everyone's into them because they're so useful. But lo and behold, now Fontaine's got too much power. Ryan doesn't dig it. Ryan wants to kind of get control of his city again. So he puts his guys to work to do their own take on plasmids. Now you've got a plasmid arm race. And from what we just heard, hi friend, that seems to have been the downfall of Rapture in general. Those plasmids repurposed as a way to control the populace. What are you guys doing? Jesus, chill out, guys. Are you guys a different type of... No, you're just thuggish splicers that are on fire? Oh, were you guys fighting the Big Daddy like dummies? Don't do that. He doesn't even have a little sister. What would you have benefited?
Hey there, fellas. You know that 9 out of 10 ladies prefer the athletic men? Why stay on the sidelines? With the new Sport Boost line of plasmids can turn you into a shot. Always wanted to see. Come and visit us at the Met Fast for a free 2-hour trial. He'll appreciate the difference. She will too.
Yeah, like all of the well, not all, but a huge chunk of the advertisements that we see around the city are about plasmids and like why you need them, why you should want them. And it sounds like that was kind of the master stroke from Ryan and Suchong.
On my walk today, I had my first encounter with a pair of them. He, a lumbering palooka in a foul-smelling diving suit, and she, an unwashed moppet in a filthy pink smock. Her pallor was off, green and morbid. And there was a rather unpleasant aspect to her demeanor, as if she were in an altogether different place than the rest of us. I understand the need for such creatures. I just wish they could make them more presentable.
How gross. Like, he knows enough about how they're created, which I mean, I won't try and pretend that I fully understand yet, but it does seem like they take normal children and convert them. And his big complaint is that they look unsettling.
One of the children came and sat in my lap. I push her off. I shout, "Get away from me!" I can see the Adam oozing out of the corner of her mouth, is thick and green. Her filthy hair hanging in her face, dirty clothes, and that dead glow in her eye. I feel hatred, like I never felt before, in my chest, bitter, burning fury. I can barely breathe. And suddenly I know, it is not this child I hate.
Good gravy, what y'all doing? Chill out, friends. So another pretty enlightening chunk of story there from Tenenbaum, like her kind of moment of realization that she hated herself for what she was doing to the little sisters. I feel like I am just retreading the same ground. Oh, search containers for loot. Yeah, no, I know, I've been doing that. Is that like they want me to just find all the rest of these mats just by plucking at containers?
Andrew Ryan asks you a simple question. Are you a man?
Mines. Oh, Silverwing Apiary, sure. Oh god, no. What are you, bees? Really? How do I fix bees? What? Really? Is there a... Can I splice in a... Bees don't like the taste of me? Because I'd be okay with that.
Adam acts like a benign cancer, destroying native cells and replacing them with unstable stem versions. While this very instability is what gives it its amazing properties, it is also what causes the cosmetic and mental damage. You need more and more Adam just to keep back the tide. From a medical standpoint, this is catastrophic. From a business standpoint, well, Fontaine sees the possibilities.
Gross. Yeah, so that means they knew that there was a like addictive reaction to Adam and that you would continue to need more and more and more of it. And they were like, no, that's cool. It's just kind of baked into the business model. Releases a swarm of stinging insects that attack multiple enemies. That's kind of fun just for like the goofs of it, but I don't know that that's worth spending 60 on. I might take another physical tonic slot. Another plasmid slot at this juncture might be worth it. Human Inferno. What was the... Oh, we don't have... Interesting. So they, once you've seen some of these perks, you don't necessarily get a chance to buy them at any subsequent machine, it looks like, because I thought there was a winter one, and there was that one that like would springboard enemies. So we might have to retrace our steps to try and get our hands on some of that stuff, which seems frustrating. I was really hoping for another health upgrade. Let me do this. I'm gonna take another plasmid slot.
Cry out for Big Daddy's help. Make him think you're a little sister. Watch as he fights to protect you.
And then let's take another physical tonic slot. I think you move and swing the wrench faster here. We're gonna just see how that looks. I have been using the wrench almost exclusively. Oh, that's so weird. The illustration on your hand for this one, we get that same look that the little sisters have, that like kind of infected. Ugh. Ugh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we are all wrenched up now. These dummies have no idea what's coming to them now. Smoker control. Oh, absolutely, we want to smoke these apiaries. I know how beekeeping works. Knock it off, bees. Get away from me. Just pick up all my stuff. Come here. What up? You guys know I have faster wrench now, right? What the hell are you thinking? Just slam on this freaking button as hard as I can. Alright, smoker seems to be dissipating. We will leave. I want to set this puzzle up against that new meme of the cat that just like headbangs. Alright, smoker dissipates the Bumble Boys. We need 3 more. Hey, bud, come on, chill out. I'm just like speed looting. I'm not even like looking at what I'm doing right now because I'm under the time constraint of wanting to do it before the bees are back. Hey, bud, just take a nap, please. Alright, bees incoming. Oh, sweet. So we got out of there just in time. Is that dude gonna get jacked up by the bees, please? Really? They don't care about him? That's dumb. I think Hypnotize Big Daddy is all fine and dandy. But I feel like, well, the turrets aren't really that helpful either. Whatever, I'm gonna leave it for now. I'm still of a mind that we're going to see some dividends for that extra plasma slot very soon. So we'll just have to go with it. So we gotta go into the wine joint. We got that,
Why do they wear those masks? Maybe there's a part of them that remembers how they used to be, how they used to look. And they're ashamed.
We had that little voice clip, the diary of the guy who said that the winery was watering down its wines and that they're garbage. But he said he waters them down with distilled water. Oh God, this one's right next to me. Good freaking gravy. Yeah, and so we need to get the last of our ingredients is these distilled waters, and then we can go recreate the Lazarus vector. Is that a radio or is that a guy? Pecan pie. I don't like that they put pecan in quotes. All of it's in quotes.
I'm sorry, Father. I'll do what you say. I'll do what you...
Alright. Buy some more health kits here as I have characteristically blown through all of them, trying to not die. Ooh, Trixie. They're gonna make me approach from that weird angle. So let's see. Another up and over. I wonder if the hack is way harder on higher difficulties, because I feel like a lot of the time I am just like basically just sitting waiting for it to be done.
Children must remain functional to be effective producers of atom. I had hoped we placed them into vegetative state so they would be more pliable. I find being around them very uncomfortable. Even with those things implanted in their bellies, they are still children. They play and sing. Sometimes they look at me. They don't stop. Sometimes they smile.
Where is the bot control? I don't know if there is one in this area. It's a case where we set it off because of the alarm. Yo, you guys open doors now? The ones I summoned never open doors. They just stand there like dummies. Y'all got a bot control alarm in here somewhere? Oh, come on. Oh. Got it. That doesn't bode well. I can 100% say that I am feeling very good about my decision to save little sisters rather than harvest little sisters. Hey dude, you're on my side now. Go kill my enemies, please. Ooh, another weapon upgrade. Okay, so we've completely tricked out our machine gun. I might... Man, I really wish one for the pistol was a increase to how many rounds it can hold rather than fire rate, because the big issue is more of it is the fact that it just kind of runs out of juice so fast and you gotta stand there and reload it. So we're gonna juice up the pistol a little bit. Although, man, we have just like stopped finding pistol rounds, which is really irritating. I'd like the distilled water, please. Thank you. Did you get him, Mr. Bubbles? What the fuck? Oh, it was a proximity mine. I just stood on it like a dummy. What the hell are you talking about? I clearly hit that. with electroshock. That was weird. I think that ticker is telling me that Mr. Bubbles is going to stop being my friend in a second. Man, so why am I just now picking up a wrench? That's so bizarre. Like, is there a way I could have lost my wrench? Couple distilled waters. What do we got here? Photographer's eye. Every research photograph wants an edge, and photographer's eye is yours. Once you splice this invaluable gene tonic, you'll get the picture. It's a combat tonic? What? Did I just walk these on my way in here? Why am I not dead? Or did I set off some kind of an alarm? There we go. Weird. Well, we don't want to play you. Jesus, that thing got wrecked. Oh, so what? I don't. Oh, it just makes everything in focus all the time. All right. I mean, I can cop to that. Have I taken a photo of a Big Daddy? Oh my God, I'm such an idiot. Hey, Mr. B. Oh my God, you can take photos of Big Daddy. Ugh, I want to punch myself. I want to go back in time and punch myself. All right, well, look. That's fine. We haven't super struggled with them anyway. What? There's a distilled water I didn't grab. Oh, we did it. We're done. All right, so we just got to go to a UN vent and build the Lazarus vector.
If you do, best head to a crafting station. Then head back to Langford's lab and put the whole witch's brew in the mister. That should clear this fog right up.
I mean, I might as well just head back there anyway, because she's got one in, well, I guess we can do it right here. She's got one in her office. Oh, wait a minute. We don't really need to hack this. Yeah. All right. So, Lazarus vector made.
From the sounds of that UN vent, I'm guessing you're the proud papa of a brand new Lazarus vector. Now drop the vector into a gadget called Central Misting Control. Then we'll be cooking with gas.
Ooh, we can get a shot of this Big Daddy too. I don't think this is the same one. Oh, it was the same one. Man, you fast, dog. How'd you get all the way up here? Is that a Houdini? What the hell was it? Alright, whatever. I don't have time to screw around with your magic show, dog. What the fuck? What did I just say? This looks like a really, really bad advertisement for this winery. Okay. Oh, dude, and you're making it hard for me to... Rude. Rude. Alright, so... back over to the park. And then right on in... to her office. We'll see about getting things fixed up. There's another Big Daddy over here I'd like to get a photograph of. Yeah. Hey, bud. Ooh, that's a good shot. What's going on the front of the Rapture Gazette?
I'll do what you say. I'll do what you say.
Hey, bud. Action shot? Yeah, dog, what up? All right. Adam is the canvas of genetic modification, but plasmids are the paints. Dr. Suchal. That's interesting because the doctor that was doing the plastic surgeries kind of made the same observation about plasmids being the paint with which he could create his masterpiece. What the fuck? How many of these things he's setting off after me? Get out of here. Get out of here. And there's splicing up my butt. Come on, knock it off. Alright, whatever. I'm gonna just peel. What you gonna do? I'm gonna tell this Big Daddy they're picking on me. I'm gonna take another photo of him, see if it gets me that level. Come on. Yeah. Alright. Everyone has a hidden weakness, but with Photographer's Eye 2, they won't stay hidden for long. How ridiculous that we got Photographer's Eye and then immediately got the sequel. The sequel? The improved one. Alright, let's have this Big Daddy help us. God, I am getting shredded. If there's a bot shutoff switch somewhere, I would be interested in its location. Whatever, we'll just sudden Mr. Bubbles. Hey, what up?
Clean it up!
I am gonna need to top off on health kits at some point again here. And unfortunately, money is starting to become a little tight. So that could develop into an issue at some point here. I don't think immediately, but it could. Yo, can I get these Big Daddies to fight? Fight each other to the death. This one shot me too, Rosie. Are you guys gonna rumble? Probably not, because it said it just treats me like a little sister. And I can't imagine that the Big Daddies fight over little sisters. I think they probably coexist in that regard. Alright. Let's go socket this Lazarusarian Witch's Brew. There's another one in here too? Come on now. But they're all called Rosie. Is that just like the category of Big Daddy? Again, I feel like they just kind of have like not necessarily given me all the info about the Big Daddies. Which, I mean, look, I get it. You're not gonna give me all the info straight out. Yo, shit, what up? I don't know why I assumed her office would be safe. That was kind of dumb. Alright. Here you go.
It seems Julie's death didn't provide a clear enough lesson to you. Perhaps this will suffice.
Ryan's got your number. No doubt he'll be sending company. Best to head back to the lab entrance and seal her up. Might be the only way to keep the splicers out.
So are we just gonna have to like hold down the fort here? Is this like a wave defense level here? Oh boy. I'll tell you what, if you guys want to come through the door, I got something for you.
Yeah, you run, you little girl. You worthless.
I am out of health kits. I would love it if some spider splicers could come by and get shredded by Mr. Bubbles.
Ryan's lads are on their way. Get the lab entrance sealed. I sent you a wee package through the pneumo. It's not much, but every little bit counts. Did you get that door closed?
Proximity mines? You think that's what I really needed?
Fix them good.
Man, and there's no vending machine in here. Otherwise, I would just at least go and buy enough to cover what I had. I'm wondering if they're building all this up and then not actually having me be attacked here. That would be kind of a fun one. What do I have equipped? Napalm? When you guys open this door, I think you're going to be not pumped. Mr. B, let's refresh your cooldown. Machine. That's rude. Yo, what? Oh, shit. Well, that's not gonna go great. Unfortunate. Apparently, if I hurt him, it breaks the spell, I kind of guess is what I got out of that. I still don't have any fucking health. Yo, hey. Alright. If one of you guys could drop a first aid kit. Oh, there is a vending machine. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Here, Rosie. I think he's ripped someone in half. Hi. You're my friend now. Alright, while he's doing that, we are gonna buy some first aid kits. And an Eve hypo. 2 Eve hypos. Alright, first aid kits. Yeah, okay, so this is just wave defense. So I mean, I guess I don't know why I wouldn't just hang out next to the vending machine as much as I can. I actually wanted a photo of the Houdini. Oh, that was a really bad frame scope. Reload. Really? Oh, I was gonna say, I can't believe that my napalm doesn't... Oh, did I piss off the freaking Big Daddy again? Man, that thing just does not like it when I'm using the flamethrower. I mean, I guess it makes sense. I wind up hitting the whole fucking room. My health must have dropped really quick in that last moment. I'm just not gonna get out.
Keep your hand on the throttle. Ryan's skin jobs aren't the time to get complacent.
Jerk. I mean, I don't actually mean that. You were super helpful for a lot of this. Alright.
Quick, someone shut the door!
Hi guys, hi. No, we're just gonna run in circles. Alright, so I had nothing left in that. That didn't kill him? That's shocking. I put a lot of bullets into you, bud. The lack of a like a sniper type gun, like something that really gives me a really crisp shot at range, is noticeable. Also, the lack of the ability to like melee while I'm firing, like if someone gets close and tight on me, to be able to just switch over and use my wrench. I'm out of machine gun ammo? Good God. What do I have left? I guess the shotgun. I'm gonna wind up just doing the rest of this with the wrench, apparently. Good Lord.
Did I scare you? Yeah, you run, you little girl.
I would love it if you guys had more mats or ammo or something. I'm going. Jesus. He's acting like it wasn't super dangerous to even get this close to being done with it. Awful pushy, if you ask me. Oh, I left a Big Daddy here in the office. Didn't I? I had two of them following me around for a little bit.
Well done, lad.
Oh, look at that.
Breath and enjoy it. Then head over to Rolling Hills and get the bathysphere. Next stop is Ryan's house. It's time for blood.
I am inclined to agree with you at this point, Atlas. I am ready to pay Mr. Ryan a visit. Hi. Double increased damage. We've got a recharge station right here. So I say, let's take some sweet vengeance for all the deaths we just saw. Holy shit. All right, no, I get your point, bud. Loud and clear. All right, you got me. Congrats. Here I am, like, bitching and moaning about how I have so few resources, and then I'm like, oh, by the way, let's also pick a fight with a Big Daddy. Holy fuck, did he just donkey kick me? He just, like, reared back on his leg, kicked backwards, and I'm pretty sure sent us into a different habitation tower. Like, we wound up back at the wharf. Can we be done now? It's the same move. I just fell for the same move a second time. All right. Considering how much money they give me, I don't hate the forced fight. But I mean, obviously I do feel a little bad about it. All right, we gotta get out of here. Head back over to the metro station. Where are we at for no pistol rounds? I mean, I say no pistol rounds and I say no shock or machine gun ammo, but I'm sitting on all this anti-personnel round. I mean, we could totally use that. A lot of what we're fighting is going to be susceptible to that. In fact, why don't we? It's like Big Daddy.
Who is it?
For the fact that this area only had the one little sister, there is like an absurd amount of Big Daddies in the area. Trigger discipline. Can't waste these rounds. Oh, you're right behind me? I'll get a photo. Where you at? Hi, bud. Yeah, it looks like not gonna attack me if they don't have a little sister with them. Oh, I didn't see you before. Oh, it's just liquid nitrogen. Maybe I did see it and I just couldn't loot it.
Why are you so resistant to the traditional methods of separating a man from his soul? You're not CIA, are you? You belong to Atlas, the one roach I can't seem to exterminate. Don't worry. I just need time to find the proper poison.
I believe in no God, no invisible man in the sky. But there is something more powerful than each of us, a combination of our efforts, a great chain of industry that unites us. But it is only when we struggle in our own interest that the chain pulls society in the right direction. The chain is too powerful and too mysterious for any government to guide. Any man who tells you different either has his hand in your pocket or a pistol to your neck.
Is this our gift from the plane crash? I'd have to go back and look at the intro again. But especially considering how beat up and tarnished the wrapping paper is, it definitely looks like it. We're in a nicer spot again now. Let me see. It doesn't look like there's any of the plasmid. Oh, there's the Great Chain. I don't see any plasmid advertisements. But we can go back real quick. Let me go back to the medical pavilion. I want to see if I can get an eye on one of the advertisements in the bathysphere area. I don't know that this will actually show it to me because it's not the same dock as we first came into. I don't think. Nope, definitely not. Definitely not the one we first docked at. Never mind. All right, so we're headed to Fort Frolic. If your plasmids are losing effectiveness against tougher enemies, find the improved versions of those plasmids. I like how that's supposed to be a tip. Like, if you're getting your ass kicked, be stronger. Sounds very much like something Ryan would say anyway. Like, it's by the sweat of my own brow that I will overcome those that I am fighting. All right, so here we are at Fort Frolic.